Good morning. This is Lynne Santiago in Tampa, Florida, and this is Morning Reflections with Dr. Lynne, where I am inviting you into my morning routine that I've been doing for decades, which is to basically roll out of bed, do what I need to do in the bathroom, make my cup of coffee, grab my journal, and go out and take the time. And when I say out, usually the patio, I like to be outside. Today it's raining, it's wet, so I'm inside. But I like to take the time to just sit quietly and reflect. You will hear me say things like connect to self, and self with a capital S, okay? That you are reflecting and connecting to self. So what does reflection mean? Maybe it's easy to look at it from the sense of a mirror, right? When you stand in front of a mirror, you get a reflection of yourself, right? The physical, the outside of you, right? And you may be going along and thinking that something is not so good, right? Maybe something is fitting not so good, and you're thinking, oh man, this probably looks really bad. And you get inside, you get into the mirror in front, and then you realize, wow, okay, it looks pretty good, right? So I was thinking that it didn't look so good, but then when I got in the mirror and looked at it, it looked good, right? Or you may be going through your day and you think that you are looking pretty good, right? Everything's cool. You know you're looking good, right? And then you get in front of the mirror and you don't realize that you've been wearing your part of your lunch, on your face for the last hour, 2 hours, right? It's like, whoa, I'm not looking so good. So that's reflection. That's about, standing in front of the mirror and looking at how you are perceiving something, the image that's going on in your mind, the beliefs that you have. And when you reflect and sit and really take the time, you get to see whether whatever it is you're thinking about your life, about yourself, about things that happened in the past, things that you may be happening in the future, things that are happening in that here and now. When you sit and really look and reflect, you're going to see the distortions, right? You're going to see the beliefs that you have about your life and about yourself and about others. And you may realize as you're sitting and taking that time to reflect and write that what you are thinking and believing is not quite what you see in the mirror, okay? You may see that what you've been thinking or believing is as something pretty negative, that you think something negative is going to happen, or you think something negative about yourself, or you thought about something in the future or the past, and then you're reflecting and you realize that it actually was pretty good, right? Like it didn't happen the way you thought it happened, or that person that you had been in a relationship with, that there's some things that are positive, right? If you were thinking kind of negatively, right? It's about like looking at the distortions in your thinking and being honest with yourself. Sometimes that means not so good things, right? We can reflect and journal, and if you're honest with yourself, there may be some beliefs, perspectives that are not so pretty, but you have been seeing in pretty. You really are honest now. It's like, okay, this is what I have really been doing. This is what I have really been thinking, and it's negative, right? It's not pretty. You walk through your day and your life with these beliefs, these thoughts, these perceptions, right? These distortions. And you are seeing yourself in your life like these glasses through the lens of those beliefs, those distortions. You're operating that way. You're operating your life, the way you treat yourself, the way you treat others, the way you are, reacting to things, or your behaviors that are not so true. They're distortions, right? When you sit and reflect and you take the time to do that and you can see where those distortions are, you can then have the opportunity to work on those distortions and change them to a much closer, honester, reflection. It's about sitting and being honest with yourself. And when you're honest, you're connecting to self with a capital S. So this is the reason why I think it's so important. And sometimes that's what therapy is about. When people come into therapy, it is that hour that they can sit and I can help them with that reflection. I can help them work through what they believe they had been seeing to what may be really different. It looks different through therapy. But you don't need therapy. Or, you may not need therapy. You can do that for yourself. You could do that by reflecting and journaling. And I like to do it in the morning because it helps me kind of go through the day. It helps me maybe clear some of that distortion so that I'm not operating through that distortion through my day, right? Morning reflection. Sitting down and just writing about the thoughts that you may have had yesterday. Okay? Any things that may be going on in the beliefs that you had about it. And the beliefs, be honest. Whatever it is that you were thinking or believing, when you sit and reflect, write it down. Okay? So the affirmation for today is breath in deep and a breath out through your nose. While you are saying with the breath in, I begin my day, and then the breath out, reflecting on self. I begin the day reflecting on self. Okay? Breath in, I begin the day reflecting on self. I begin the day, I think there's a better affirmation. Let's do this. Okay. In, I begin the day. Out, in quiet reflection. Okay? So in, breath in. I begin the day, and out in quiet reflection. Carry that with you through the day. Say it to yourself. Take a moment, at any point through your day, and repeat that. Okay, that reminder that you began the day in quiet reflection, and what was it that was, that reflected back, and how is that might be reflecting or affecting what's going on in your day. Okay, this is Lynne Santiago, Tampa, Florida, and this is Morning Reflections with Dr. Lynne. I hope that you keep joining us and learning how to reflect on self and journal. See you tomorrow.